Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to talk about the USB recording options we have now today with the new software update version 2.0. Okay, so now here in system, as you guys probably have already noticed, we have these options called custom settings. Right now I'm using the Katana on the crunch channel with my Strat. And it sounds like this. Everything is almost at noon except for the bass and presence, and some EQ going on here. At least I'm cutting around 5 kilohertz. Okay, so it sounds like this. Okay, so nothing fancy for now, but let's go here into system, and here we can choose two microphones. I wish they could give us the options to hear the microphones isolated, but it's impossible. You cannot disengage one or the other. I really like this combination, which I have right now, Dynamic 57 and a Ribbon 121. But you have some options here, mic distance and mic position. I found out that as far as it goes like from 0 centimeters to 20. And I'm gonna go straight into this to see how different it sounds right now. Okay, let's max it out, the mic distance. We're probably gonna lose some bass. Definitely. And now the mic position. This could be a little more specific in terms of, because also say centimeters, so it could be like on axis, off axis. It would be more simple to understand. But anyway, let's max this out to 10 centimeters. And our sound starts to disappear. Now if we do the same here, 20 and also 10, max out the distance and the position. Now let's do something just for fun. Change the microphones to, I don't know, maybe a condenser, 451. Sometimes the changes are very subtle. Once the microphones are so far, almost I could almost tell there's almost no difference, but there probably is. Changing microphones in any way. So in order to this to work properly, or at least for me, I'm going to put it back like 0 and 0 for now on microphone 1 and microphone 2, so I can hear the differences properly. So right now we have a condenser 451 and a condenser 87, and it sounds like this. Now let's change this one for a 57. Brighter, of course, but let's put it brighter. I don't know if I can do this just with the mic position. Now it seems it got a little bit darker. Let's check out the difference. 10 centimeters. Yeah, so my guess is the farther it is, the more off axis will be. So 0 centimeters. We already have again all the IN. And the mic distance is the way it is. So if you put it very far, you'll lose some bass, which sometimes can be a handful. Can be useful, I mean. Depending on the patch that you're using. But let's go back to 0. And now on this one, let's put it like 10, which is off axis. Usually my favorite combo would be this one. Okay, Dynamic 57, a little bit off axis, like let's put it like 5, and then ribbon or a condenser one. I'm going to shoot, no, this one, dynamic. And right now, distance and position at 0. Let's see how it sounds. Let's put this a little bit off axis as well. So we'll lose a little bit of the IN. Let's put it even further away. Now it's notorious that you're losing IN. But let's put it 0 again and change microphone. This is one of my favorite combos, or this one, which fattens up the tone a little bit. And I really like this combination as well. Let's put this 10 just to see how it sounds. Now it's got a little too off axis, and it doesn't sound right to me. So okay, kind of like it. Now, if you see, it's everything at 0, and I think it's the way I like it. I'm going to put this very away, very far. Okay, it doesn't sound bad at all, so you might want to experiment with this depending on the patch that you have. Meaning that right now I'm going to leave this at 0. And if I need to change something, perhaps the bass response, I'm gonna go into this again. Now, the famous contour. Okay, let me increase the noise reduction because it's making some noise. The contour thing. Now I'm gonna engage it, and you guys probably already know as well that this here is just for the global. This is just for the tone shape. If you engage it, it's the global EQ. Okay, so since I don't use the global EQ, I'm not gonna touch this. You have two type of EQs. I'm not gonna choose anything of this, so this doesn't matter right now. And one thing that I find out, probably most of you guys have already also find out, is the fact that no matter in what, I've already proved that on another video, no matter what contour option you choose, if the tone shape global EQ is not engaged and, you know, as all the parameters that you like, it will make no difference on the type of the contour, meaning that type 1 and contour 1 we sound exactly the same as type 1 in contour 2. And also exactly the same in contour 3. So you could argue that you can go into frequency shift and do some alterations, like let's go minus 50. Now max this out. We seem to have gained some mid-range here, which is kind of cool. And once again, minus 50. Plus 50. Definitely some mid-range. And you can argue that type 1 will be different from type 2, but you'd have to manually go. Now this is constant, so it will always sound the same. So my point being is, I'm gonna put this at noon. My point being, once again, is I don't understand why type 1, 2, or 3 all sound the same on contour 1, 2, or 3, unless you go into the system and engage the tone shape feature, where you have 3 options, right? And then probably will make sense. Once those options are engaged and you have different EQs, probably then Contour 1 in type 1 will be different than Contour 2 also in type 1. This is my understanding. So hope you guys understand what I'm talking about. So it doesn't matter where you have it, if this is disengaged, which I'm going to disengage right now because I don't use the global EQ. So it doesn't matter where this is, you just need to worry about this and this, okay? So what I would do to shape my tone here, let's start with contour number 1. By the way, off. Little different response already. Let's go for contour number 2. Let's go for number 3. And finally number 4. Now they all sound good, but they have to have a purpose. Right now I don't have any purpose in mind, so really this is my least favorite. Sounds a little bit weird to me. Number 3, mid-range focus heavy. Number 2, also similar, but let me try again. Okay, and this one, nothing like having a graphic EQ here in Logic. I could do that. If you guys can see here, I have a gain plugin at +10 because you can see the USB signal is being recording very, very low. This does not affect the recording, it's just for monitoring purposes, okay? This is in real time, and the Katana, by the way, it's in standby mode. So I don't know if I can do this where I use a plugin that is not appearing right now, probably because this is all. Let me disengage this because I might have some trouble. And this is not also. Oh, I know why it's not. Okay, I understand now, because it's in recording mode. I cannot stop it to engage the plugin. But anyways, let's go back to the studio and see if I can spot the difference between this number 2 less mids. Okay, the curve on number 2 is a little bit, is not totally off, totally taking off the mids, but a little bit more deeper than number 3. As you go further, more deeper it gets. So I guess I get the point. Number 1. Some mids were taken here. Some mids were not taken here, but by opposite, going up. And number 4. The bass is gone. Could be useful for some tones. Number 3. A little bit more in the lower mids, if I'm not mistaken. Number 2. Okay. Little closer. And first, number 1. Okay, let me play a chord. We lose some bass from number 1 to number 2. One chord for each type. And finally. So we would need a graphic EQ that unfortunately I didn't put on time to see how the different EQs are behaving. And totally off. contour already gives more body to it as soon as you engage it. I really like number 3. I don't know why. Or number 2. Let's try this out. This is too close, too nasal for me. And finally, once again, number 4. Could be useful for funk or something. Another position here. Now you need to realize that you can do much more stuff apart from the contour with the rest of the cues, right? Why don't you like this one? I really like this one. And now I'm gonna shift this frequency all the way down. Definitely do something like bass. I monitored to via a pair of focal studio monitors. They're really good, and the Katana, like I said before, is totally in standby. And this is very important because it is cool for late practice, late jam night, whatever. Because you can connect your headphones into your sound card audio interface and disconnect the monitors. But for creating patches is not the ideal, because what you're doing here and hearing on the DAW will be very different for when you hear on the actual amp, okay? So you gotta take that into account. Let me go back. This frequency shift is a little harder to pick. Sometimes it seems like it's doing nothing, so I'm gonna leave it like at 0, but it does something. And now let's go into our main EQ. Just to shape a little bit more the tone. Let's give it a little bit more treble here, because the cut is really high. It's around 5 kilohertz. See, okay, I'm gonna disengage it. Put it on 10 on flat. There's a lot of brittle high end that is not really pleasant, and you might say, well, you're cutting too much, but you get used to the tone. Sounds really good. I'm gonna also cut here around 40 to 50. And I'm happy with the tone here. So let's just dive a little bit here and see what it can get. Now delay. If you want a stereo delay, something that is also very important, because if the stereo delays and the pan delays, when activated in the Katana by itself, they sound kind of weird. Once again, they work beautiful inside the DAW. Let's give some level to this. Too much. It's very beautiful, but it's not in stereo. So in stereo, you have like this. Take a listen. It just gives you the signal on the left speaker and then repeats on the right, which is kind of weird, but I prefer the pan. Okay, now let's take a listen. This is really cool, and I wish there was an option to control the different type of delays going like different delay for the left, like the GT1000 and the GX100. That would be very impressive. I like to put this like this, not so much delay, and cut it a little bit on the high end. So let's see how it sounds loud. Just let's do something crazy here. I'm gonna engage delay 2, and I'm gonna put it also in pan, but right now I don't know if it'll work. I'm gonna decrease the value. So we have this crazy bouncing effect going on here. I don't know if it's very useful. Kind of crazy, but it's funny. Let's engage this a little bit more and see what happens. Yeah, we'll leave this just one repeat on this one. Yeah, it comes like first and then, I don't know, this is kind of weird. Seems like there's one delay that comes first and then the second one. And if you want to go totally crazy, you can go here on mod. Let me see what chain do I have. Let's put this one. Okay, let's go to effects and engage. Why not another echo? Now this is totally not something in between here and the echo volume. Totally crazy. Okay, so you can get some pretty weird results if you do the timing right, like for something specific, which I'm not doing right now. .600 milliseconds is the maximum here. And our delay, let's put 1, and this one around 300, and see what the hell is going to happen. Very weird stuff probably. A little bit chaotic, and already have, yeah, I forgot that since I engaged delay number 2, the effects here has a delay here, not a reverb. I don't know why, what's going on. I want this to be a delay plus reverb. Okay, now I'm gonna engage my reverb on top of this and see what's going on. So we're gonna have like a really big plate reverb, and with high density, and increase it, and this is going to sound really crazy. Further up with the density and the effect level. Now the only thing here is missing to give a totally crazy sound. I don't know, let's see where my mod is. I'm gonna go into this one. Yeah, because I want my mod to be on the effect loops, and let's engage. Instead of a chorus, an harmonist, because it sounds really cool. If it's in unison, it's the best chorus I've ever heard. Take a listen. So on clean channel right now. Let's go to contour. Take a listen to the decay of this, it's crazy. Wow, and very, very good for inspiration. Now the type here really does matter a lot. I like it, but a little bit too heavy on the bass, probably. Not bad as well. Number 3. On this one, I like the type number 4 because really turns down the bass. Well, what I'm hearing here, it's crazy, man. It's like, I don't know how to explain this. It sounds beautiful. Now, don't expect this tone to be out of your Katana because it's not in stereo. Delays will get lost because they're all pan delays. I'm really digging this, and yeah, we have 3 echoes, 3 delays, and I'm going to increase a little bit more the level here, and a little bit of pre-delay here. What else can we do? If you go into EQ, let's open up a little bit the high-end because we're in the clean channel right now. And we could go here to the repeats and increase a little bit. Increase a little bit this one as well. Crazy. Since I came up with this just right now, I'm gonna write it to channel number 1 and put crazy ambient. I think it's a perfect name for this patch. I'm gonna share it below the video description. And let's try now going into system and line out settings. Let's change the microphone just because to a dynamic 4-2-1. Wow, this is great. And let's put this very far away. I still prefer it up front to hear all the bass. When we change the microphones, let's see the difference. A little brighter here, but this is up to your taste, right? I wonder what this sounds like with the volume pedal. But I don't have a volume pedal. It's kind of reminds me of some song. Na na dun 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 dun. Now I know what song is, but I can't remember the name of the artist. It's a very old song. I had, like, in the video clip, two girls playing the saxophone. Do you guys know what song it is? Really cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think it's already too long, probably. And so we tested different microphones from USB recording. Once again, this is all in the DAW. You're not gonna, I could record this with a microphone just to take an idea what it sounds like, but I'm not gonna do that, at least right now. I can do it after to compare. And the different contour types, once again, you have all the same contour types, unless in different contour, all the same types, unless you go to tone shape global EQ. And this is what you can do with your DAW and with your system, with all these crazy delays and stuff. It sounds really cool. So that's it, guys. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, that helps a lot, and I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to download the patch, because it's really untested on your DAW with headphones or something like that. It's sounding huge. Cheers, thanks for watching.